In India today, the biggest controversy is vote theft. An investigation has uncovered 5 ways in which votes have been stolen. Some time ago, Rahul Gandhi held a press conference in which he accused the BJP of voter fraud and vote theft. The Election Commission says there was very heavy voting at 5:30 p.m, but the polling booth workers say there was no heavy voting at 5:30 p.m. and no lines either. Rahul Gandhi has publicly threatened the Election Commission, saying, "If you think you are going to get away with this, if your officers think they are going to get away with this, you are mistaken. You are not going to get away with it, because we are coming for you." Meanwhile, the Election Commission says all of Rahul Gandhi's claims are false. The ECI said that if Rahul Gandhi believes there is any wrongdoing in the elections, he should take an oath and write an affidavit for legal proceedings to follow. Opposition parties are saying the Election Commission should respond point by point to the allegations Rahul Gandhi made. After his press conference, people started saying that BJP won the 2024 Lok Sabha elections and the state elections in Maharashtra and Haryana by stealing votes. On one hand, the opposition is accusing voter fraud, and on the other, these same people oppose voter list revisions. This confuses people about what Congress and the opposition want. The Election Commission is an important institution in our country, but its credibility is being questioned. Some concerns are quite genuine. Now, in a system where even dogs, cats, and Donald Trump can get residence certificates, where any illegal immigrant can come and get Aadhaar and ration cards by paying some money, and where a Pakistani passport holder can vote, questioning the system's competence is justified. But there are many issues in how these questions are raised. Therefore, in today's video, we talk in detail about each of Rahul Gandhi's claims and the actual problems in the system. Then you can decide for yourself if vote theft is happening in India or not. Rahul Gandhi said in his press conference that in Karnataka's Bengaluru central seat, votes of 100,000 voters have been stolen in 5 different ways. Duplicate voters, fake addresses, many people at one address, invalid photos, and misuse of Form 6. Rahul Gandhi said that they had asked the Election Commission for digital voter lists, but were not given them, so they had to obtain all this data through RTI, Right to Information. The data Rahul Gandhi showed in his press conference were electoral rolls. The Election Commission publishes draft versions of these electoral rolls 3 months before an election is announced. The draft means the electoral rolls are almost ready but not final. Approximately 120 days before the election announcement, draft rolls are published, and a window of 15 to 30 days is opened for registering complaints. Anyone who finds an issue in these draft rolls can register a complaint, and this was also done in Karnataka. An article published on October 28, 2023, states that the Karnataka draft electoral rolls were released that day, and anyone could register objections or request corrections by December 9th. This means Congress or any other party had 41 days to raise objections from October 28th to December 9. Subsequently, on January 22, 2024, the Election Commission published Karnataka's final electoral rolls. Therefore, Rahul Gandhi already had all this data, and his claim that the Election Commission did not give the data, forcing him to get it through RTI, seems false. The Election Commission has officially stated this. After the final rolls are released, complaints can be made via Form 7 and Form 8 for changes. One day before the election announcement, the district election officer calls an all-party meeting in which Congress must have had some representative. This is the last chance to raise complaints. After this, the elections are announced and the Model Code of Conduct is imposed, freezing the final electoral rolls. The elections were announced on March 16, 2024. Congress had a full chance from October 8, 2023 to March 15, 2024, 139 days, to raise any objections, but did not. Therefore, Rahul Gandhi's claim that the Election Commission is not giving data is nonsense, because they already had the same data well before the election announcement and ample time to raise complaints. Rahul Gandhi showed how more than 100,000 voters were allegedly involved in fraud using 5 methods. But did any of his party workers or booth-level agents notice a single fraud in those 4 months? On election day, every polling booth has counters of all parties with access to the electoral roll data and booth-level agents inside as well. So, did any booth-level agent observe any fraud on election day? Party workers visit colonies door-to-door to ask if people voted and where their votes went. Did none of them notice any fraud? This seems almost impossible. It seems booth-level agents knew the reality, and Rahul Gandhi is trying to twist the facts. Even if we accept that Congress had no idea about this fraud method, and because the constituency had over 600,000 voters, the list might not have been manually checked. Booth-level lists are small and can be checked by agents, but let's accept their point here. The question then is, after the elections, how did Congress come up with the idea of selecting this seat for detailed data analysis? They reasoned that internal surveys gave Congress 16 seats in Karnataka, but they won only 9, causing suspicion of irregularities. Rahul Gandhi said Congress expected to lose on 7 seats, and Bengaluru Central was the one they expected to lose. According to him, the loss was due to the Mahadevapura assembly area, where BJP got 100,000 more votes than Congress, while Congress was leading in other assembly areas of that seat. But Mahadevapura has been consistently won by BJP since 2009, including during Congress rule at the centre, with increasing victory margins. Rahul Gandhi's logic about this seat is not unique. Similar situations occurred in Maharashtra's Dhule seat. That seat has 6 assemblies, 5 won by BJP and the 6th, Malegaon Central, was won decisively by Congress. The difference there was even bigger than Mahadevapura. In Mahadevapura, Congress received 150,000 votes, but in Malegaon Central, BJP got only 4,500 votes compared to Congress's 200,000 votes, and more minority communities live there. BJP could also have claimed voter fraud there against Congress. Congress's claim that losing an assembly seat despite winning others shows vote theft is invalid, since such situations have happened before. Now about the 5 methods of vote theft allegations. First, duplicate voters. Rahul Gandhi said the assembly had 11,965 duplicate voters. He gave examples such as Gurkirat Singh Dung, who had 4 epic numbers, voter ID numbers, and could have voted at 4 different booths in Mahadevapura. Media and others verified on the ECI website, and the claim was true. In Karnataka, the name Gurkirat Singh Dung appeared 4 times in voter lists. Another example was Aditya Srivastava, registered in Karnataka, Lucknow, and Maharashtra. Fact checks showed he had shifted to Bengaluru years ago, and neighbours never saw him vote. People sometimes do not update voter lists after moving. But Aditya was on 2 lists in Mahadevapura. It's hard to prove if he voted in all 3 places or voted multiple times, since ink is applied to fingers after voting. Gurkirat Singh's 4 registrations are true, but whether he voted in all places is hard to prove. What this proves is that the ECI electoral rolls are unreliable, with thousands of duplicate entries. Rahul Gandhi claims about 12,000 such duplicates, raising questions about ECI's accuracy. Second, many voters registered at one address, like 80 voters in a small house. When fact-checked, the house was small, inhabited by migrant workers who register because they need voter IDs as identification. Before Aadhaar, voter ID cards were primary ID proof. Migrant workers frequently shift locations, making revision of rolls difficult. ECI booth-level officers verify voters, but with many migrant workers, inaccuracies arise. The owner confirmed many such cases. Third, addresses with 0 or default numbers, mainly in illegal colonies. Fourth, invalid or suspicious father names like ABCD. Fifth, misuse of Form 6, with multiple votes cast under the same name. Rahul Gandhi presented the case of Shakun Rani, whose name appeared twice, voting twice, but she claimed to have voted only once. Party-appointed booth-level agents mark electoral rolls during voting, but errors can occur. CCTV footage that helps verify votes was earlier stored for a year, but is now stored only 45 days, limiting fraud investigation time. Anil Marsi, a polling officer caught invalidating an Aam Aadmi Party candidate's vote in the Chandigarh mayoral election, using CCTV footage, was found to have manipulated ballot papers. The Supreme Court intervened and declared the AAP candidate the actual winner. Another case involved the Punjab and Haryana High Court ordering the Election Commission to release election papers and CCTV footage of Haryana elections. Shortly after, the Law Ministry amended the law on the ECI's recommendation, restricting public access to CCTV footage, citing voter privacy. From May 30, 2025, the ECI reduced footage storage from 1 year to 45 days, restricting investigation time to 45 days after results. Rahul Gandhi alleges the ECI deletes footage within 45 days, preventing challenges to alleged fraud. However, the rule changed recently, and the 2024 Lok Sabha election results came in June 2024, when footage was stored for 1 year. Parties could have petitioned until May 2025. Rahul Gandhi claims massive voting happened after 5 p.m. on polling day in Maharashtra, which ECI denies. Polling agents say no heavy voting occurred at that time. ECI claims fake votes were cast, but if evidence existed, CCTV footage could have been demanded and shown publicly during Rahul Gandhi's press conference. Rahul Gandhi's claims have contradictions and hidden truths which should be questioned. The truth must be verified openly. It is a serious problem that needs addressing. The phenomenon of muscle power influencing polling agents to cast remaining votes quickly exists widely across parties and regions. Rahul Gandhi's allegations have some valid points, like duplicate voter entries, suspicious father names, and lack of verifiable photos. Yet many claims lack solid proof to confirm vote theft or BJP's involvement. The electoral roll has genuine problems that need cleaning through special intensive revision, which ECI conducts in Bihar and should expand nationwide. Rahul Gandhi opposes such revision, despite its potential to reduce vote theft. Opposition protests and roadblocks without legal complaints against ECI undermine efforts to solve problems and create chaos. The issue is less BJP versus Congress and more about ECI's incompetency and transparency. Both Rahul Gandhi and ECI must resolve these issues openly and legally to maintain democracy's trust. My suggestion to both parties is that Rahul Gandhi should accept the Election Commission's challenge, take an oath, and sign to stand by his allegations. Since he already has all the data and analysis, he should fearlessly present his full case and gain public support. On the other hand, the Election Commission should respond with a detailed presentation, refuting all claims point by point to defend its integrity. If either side follows this advice, this issue can be conclusively resolved, restoring trust. Otherwise, like many controversies, this will soon fade away within 10-15 days with upcoming Bihar elections, which would be unfortunate.